storms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved by unending love and unending love. We are supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too weak for meeting. We are loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved by unending love and unending love. Embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love. We are loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved by unending love and unending love.
Good morning. Whether you are watching this right now or later on YouTube, it is always morning when we can begin the daily sit. We are starting afresh. It's a new beginning, and it's just wonderful to be here with you. Today I pulled for us the Emperor, which is such an auspicious card. It is a card of balance. It's a card of the best side of the patriarchy, that protective, divine masculine energy that we have inside of us, that wonderful strengthening, protective element. And here it is, a ram with those beautiful horns, or a stag, excuse me, a stag with those beautiful horns stretching up, looking at us with pride and with protection. And today, in counting the Omer, it's Hod of Gevura, which is kind of when we look at the Sephirot, the Gevura is that discipline and that strong willingness to go back. And here we are again sitting, and the discipline to sit with ourselves in our breath for a few minutes, to contemplate a teaching and to move forward with radical self-love, which means self-love that is work, and it is discipline to give ourselves these tiny habits that grow into a life that we are driving, that's not driving us. So this day in counting the Omer is sort of about getting out of our own way and finding that balance, which is why the Emperor is so perfect for today. It's about surrendering to discipline. Today the Hod of Gavur is about surrendering to discipline. It's like when you meditate and a lot of thoughts come up, and maybe they're difficult thoughts, and maybe they're thoughts that have to do with I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Maybe they're self-critical thoughts. Maybe those thoughts really are like little earthquakes and little storms inside of us. And the idea of meditation is that we just keep calling the mind back to the breath and we weather those storms. We surrender to the discipline of the sit. And with the emperor at our side, we can find the strength and the willingness to do just that, to surrender to the discipline of the sit. So today we will use that figure eight breath to move the breath through the entire body. The way that I always describe it is that it comes up the front of the body, crosses through the neck, and goes up to the top of the head. That's the in-breath. The in-breath comes up to here, the out-breath comes down, crosses over, and goes all the way down the spine. And it's just imaging the breath, making that movement to kind of bring us into that ultimate balance and that ultimate strength. So that's our intention for the day. However, if you have another intention for this sit or something you are desiring or needing, please let that be your intention. And so we will begin our sit. So the bell invites us to close the eyes, to let go of that often very dominant sense of sight and wake up the other senses, taste, smell, and hearing. What's the furthest sound you can hear this morning? And what's the nearest? And turning to our sense of touch, gently, non-judgmentally scanning the body, just going from toe to crown or crown to toe, whichever you prefer, and just saying, what's there this morning? What's here right now in your body? Where is it tense or open? What might need an extra bit of love and breath today? Very often, unless we're in great pain or doing something extreme, we don't necessarily always tune into the sensations of the body. This is a chance to do that with awareness, acceptance, and release. Now we turn our attention to ground and gravity, allowing ourselves to sit upon the earth, to let the earth hold us, knowing that we don't need to work very hard to sit still. Well, we might need to work hard to sit still, but that's our mind, not the reality of gravity, which holds us lovingly. And rooted to the earth, if we locate our tailbones and imagine roots coming down from there, from the base of our spine all the way into the good earth, then we can grow our spine up like the mighty trunk of a beautiful tree, growing from low back, mid back, upper back to neck. Shoulders are released away from the ears and away from each other, making room for that spine to grow up, nothing impeding it. Rooted and reaching, rooted to the earth from the tailbone, and then reaching towards the heavens from the very base of the skull at the back of the neck. And the front body releases back, belly to low back, ribs melting back to mid back, heart resting back between the shoulders and chin resting back towards the neck, jaw released. Muscles behind the eyes, let them go. Let all the muscles of the face go. And let the fingers go as the hands rest palm up or palm down. Feeling the body as an open channel for breath. As we turn our attention to that breath now, watching it flow in on the in-breath, flow out on the out-breath. Aware of that small pause between breaths before the breath easily, naturally replaces itself. And just allow the breath to deepen, perhaps even calling breath in through the nose and sighing breath out through the mouth to deepen the sensation of breath, filling the body, releasing out. And now we can begin that figure eight breath, imagining the breath coming up the front of the body, crossing the neck and ending at the crown, and the out breath coming down the face, through the neck and out and down the spine. And however you choose to see this figure eight inside of yourself, it brings that divine masculine, that beautiful infinity symbol through the body, allowing the breath to fill us and fully release. And of course, if this doesn't work for you, you can choose any other tool. This is here just to call the mind back to the breath when it wanders too far from the gentle tree that is our spine and the easy, released body that is the vessel for breath as we sit here contemplating that beautiful surrender to discipline, the great Father who's watching over us like a stag. As we sit, just one breath at a time. the midpoint of our sit. If we want to run some color around that figure eight, increasing the muscle of our imagination, we can do that. The colors of the chakras are possible to utilize here. Red for rootedness at the root, at the tailbone, the perineum. Orange in the belly for creativity and sexuality and passion. Yellow or gold at the solar plexus for strength. This is really related to the emperor, to that divine masculine. Green at the heart center, which is love. Blue at the throat, which is about the voice. Indigo or purple at the third eye for intuition. And silvery white at the crown for connection to divine source. And we can just imagine running the color around that figure eight with the in-breath and the out-breath, deepening the breath, releasing the body a little bit more, allowing the mind to be called back to the breath whenever possible, so we can sit in balance in this divine masculine that connects to the sun and to this loving patriarch who is gentle and regal like a stag, protecting. We have that energy inside of us and we cultivate it now, one breath at a time. In the last few minutes of our sit, just relax even more, deepen the breath. You can let go of the figure eight breath and just feel those breaths coming in. If you want to cycle a breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth, just elongating that beautiful breath so that you have a day filled with love, knowing you are loved, knowing there's a divine balance, and that beautiful emperor card, that beautiful stag is following you throughout the day for love and protection and strength, and that you always can turn your attention to breath. The sound of the bell calls us to flutter the eyes open, to allow the light of the day, the light of your electricity, the light of your candles, whatever light is coming in, to pour through your eyes and into your heart, not overwhelming the other senses, but adding to them, lighting them up. I hope you have the most beautiful day that is grounded in radical self-love. And Goddess willing, I will see you here again tomorrow.
We are embraced by arms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love.